my first daughter, and I was able to go on from there, being a single parent, and to provide for them. And I put them through private school, and I did everything because there wasn't a second parent involved. A lot of times with teenagers, they, when they do get pregnant, they just don't want to look at all the consequences, but they really need to, and they really. I really feel that sex education is very important in the schools because they're going to be given a choice, and then they'll be able to make an informed decision.
Thank you.
Either way, what I want to just let you know, being a teen parent and being a single parent doesn't mean that you can't provide just as much as a two-family of the father and the mother could. I've done the best, and my daughter's lived a quality life, and it's possible even for a young teen parent, as long as they step up to the plate, take the responsibility, because I always tell my daughters, I'm not going to go and grab your father's hand and show him responsibility.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria. We really appreciate your comments, and big ups to you doing the best that you possibly can as being a teen parent. We have another caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, I just actually started tuning into you guys' program, and I just want to say I disagree with what the caller just said before, that a single parent or specifically a single mother can raise children nearly as well as a father and mother team, because that's just simply impossible. A single mother working 40 hours a week, sending her kids off to a school is not the same as having two parents in a household. And I believe that that is the root of a lot of these issues with a lot of young ladies that have all of these baby daddies everywhere, and why our young men are not being raised properly, because you have the myth of this independent woman that can do it all, and it's just not working out. And number two, I just really think that it is very horrible that you guys have an abortion fund.
So we have already got started in a lot of the calls and the questions and the comments coming in. Thank you. Continue to call in, and provide us with your input, your concerns, your questions. Everyone has an opinion, and it's okay. We can agree to disagree. This is a very personal decision. Abortion is a very personal decision. It's not a political discussion, and so we won't discuss politics around that. We all make our own decisions based on, where we are, and it's a great thing that women are provided additional support because women are going to have abortions, and so if they need assistance paying for that, then we are going to make sure that they have the assistance that they need. Any other calls coming through? Okay. Nicole, I have a question for you. So you've been involved with the leadership group for about a year. Yeah. You came to the leadership group because you were looking for assistance to have an abortion, and we provided you with that assistance. We called you back so that you could become involved in the process. What were some of your thoughts running through your head as we were calling you back and checking on you and seeing if you were okay and seeing if you needed additional support? What were some of your thoughts?
Well, when you guys first called me, I was very surprised because I've had a child. I have a 2-year-old daughter. And I've had a child, and when I had my child, no one called me to check and see was I okay or anything after I had a child. And I didn't expect anybody to call me when I had an abortion. I honestly didn't. I thought that I was just going to get, the assistance that I needed and be on my way. But when you guys called me and asked me did I want to come and talk about it, and I was like, okay, let me see what this is about, because I'm a very open-minded person. Everyone's not as open-minded as me. But in the end, it panned out. I was really glad that you all called me, and I was really happy to be a part of this, because when I went to have my abortion, it was a lot of girls there, a lot of young girls. It was older women there too, because older women do get abortions. A lot of times people have this thought that people that get our abortions are young, promiscuous ladies, and that's not always the case.
Right.
And You know, when I went, it was a lot of people there that were like, I didn't have the money. I had to.
We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, this is Maria again. I wanted to respond to the last caller. I just want to let her know that she's very close-minded because
Maria, we're not going to have debates back and forth with the different callers. Unfortunately, we have a set amount of time, and so we want to make sure that we give people the information they're looking for when they call in, and that we get the topics and questions covered that we want to discuss. Yes. And speaking of that, we're going to go to the overhead. So if you are in need of support or assistance, our information is listed here. Okay, go ahead, Nicole. You were saying.
Yes, as I was saying, that when I went, there were a lot of people that didn't have assistance, that had to borrow and, wait long periods of time before they could come in and have their procedure because they didn't have the money and they didn't know about the Chicago Abortion Fund. So I feel that it's very important that we get that information out there, and I think that this is a good thing that we're doing. And that goes to, I want to ask you, Gaylon, what made you decide to become a member of the Chicago Abortion Fund?
Well, I am totally about a woman's choice. I am about making choice possible. I am a true advocate for women. I believe that regardless of the opinions that we have, everybody is not going to agree that we should support women in their choice. Women should have the right to make the best decision for them. And we can't force people to believe what we believe. We can only support them in their choice, or people can choose not to support. But I believe in choice, and I believe in being a true advocate for the women that we serve. So I'm going to go ahead and throw another question out to you, Nicole. Why is it important for young women that look like you, see you talking about abortion and reproductive justice and choice?
I feel that it is important because a lot of times, especially in the Black community, we feel ashamed about certain things that we believe in. And I feel that it's important that they see me so they know that, it's okay. She's young. She's like me. She's working. She's trying to provide for her daughter. And still going out there and saying, hey, I've had an abortion, it's not so bad, I'm still here. Because a lot of people think that, you can die from, which is true, you can, but you can also die from having a baby as well as having an abortion. They're both two serious, procedures.
And abortion is one of the safest procedures. It's safer than childbirth, actually. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I'd just like to ask a personal question. Do you ever consider the opinions of men? Do they ever play a role if they want the woman to have an abortion or not? Or is this just all these choices are just made mainly by the woman?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. And I think each individual is different. I think every woman has different ways she goes about making the decision that she makes. And so if she's involved in a committed relationship or a loving relationship, but she's still not ready to be a parent, and she chooses to have that conversation, all those are choices. And so, I believe that every woman has the right to make those choices.
Right.
And if they're in an unhealthy relationship, an abusive relationship, maybe they're not going to involve the man. We don't know. When women come to us, the only thing that they're coming to us at that point is to get help paying for abortion. We're not a counseling service. We provide financial assistance.